record, I'm Mitchell Langberg, and thank you for having me. I know that time is short. Honestly, I could do a couple of things. One is I could go through the bill, but I think that what's most important is to understand what challenges the current statute presents that necessitated the need for the bill. The bill's self-explanatory. Understanding the problems with the current statute would explain why the changes are being proposed.
Yeah, thank you. You're reading my mind. The committee may recall that we changed the relevant statute just last session. So I guess the question would be, why isn't the current statutory scheme working, or how can it be improved, and how does this bill make it work or improve it?
So prior to the last session, Senator, the anti-SLAPP statute that the state of Nevada had was a very narrow statute that just protected people in the course of their exercise of their free right to petition. So somebody coming to the legislative session, for example. Last session, the legislature recognized that what many states have is that there are certain First Amendment free speech rights that are exercised, that people are being sued as an intimidation process. And that the anti-SLAPP statute in Nevada missed that, whereas in other states such as California it does not. So the goal of the legislation was very good. That is to identify meritless or frivolous lawsuits that impinge upon people's First Amendment rights. However, the text of the current statute goes far beyond that. That is, it allows for meritorious lawsuits, or potentially meritorious lawsuits, to be dismissed because the timing, restrictions on discovery, and the burden of proof on a plaintiff are far beyond that which is necessary to identify what are meritless or frivolous statutes.
So the old statute, it sounds like you believe, was perhaps too narrow. The new statute, the current statute that we passed last session, perhaps overbroad in terms of its scope to the types of speech that should be affected. And
yes.
The bill is intended to kind of bring us back into the middle. Is that fair to say?
I think that's fair. I'm here to help you find the middle ground. And then at the same time, to address other issues that we can find in the practice of other state statutes that can be addressed here. So, if I may, we should remember that while we are trying to protect the First Amendment rights of defendants, the plaintiff's right to file a lawsuit is in itself a First Amendment right to petition the government to redress grievances. And we should also recognize that the Nevada Constitution recognizes a free speech right, but also notes that it's important that people who abuse that free speech right have to answer for that such abuse.